Hello, welcome, Devil Sniper here, and this is episode number 5 of our career mode with West Ham United in Season 4. And today I'm taking a slight risk. This episode is a great risk. Basically, I want to make a final decision on Lukaku before the transfer window. And by the way, the transfer window will be a live episode. That'll be quite cool. And basically, I want to make a final decision on Lukaku. Now, bearing in mind, our career mode is a relationship between myself and you wonderful guys. I want your feedback and thoughts, and I'm going to show you what we have to work with when it comes to Lukaku. Now, obviously, this is a huge risk because you don't actually see this sort of thing go on career modes on YouTube. So I am taking a risk. Hopefully, it will pay off. Hopefully, you guys will appreciate the time and the effort, and hopefully, you'll understand that this is a positive and not a negative. So, basically, Lukaku, as you can see, he's currently disappointed at the lack of matches. Now, bearing in mind, he has actually been involved in 3 matches this season. When you consider we've played the Community Shield, we've played 2 Champions Cup games, and 3 league games. So he's played nearly half the games. You can see that he's 22 years old. He's a striker. His overall rating is 81. It's worth 30 million, and he's on a good wage of 30 grand a week. And in a moment, we're going to have a look at his standout statistics. As you can see, from a physical point of view, the lad is an absolute tank. Yes, he has good acceleration. That helps him a great deal. He has great speed. That also helps him over a prolonged distance. His agility and balance are not the greatest in the world. That's understandable. But his strength and reactions are phenomenal. His strength basically means he just walks through people. We go on to mental aggression. I would like it higher, but that's just my personal preference. Attacking position, surprisingly, is 79, and I find that quite hard to believe. I think that's really overrated, and to be honest with you, I would really like to see that in the mid-80s. His vision is 77, that's more than acceptable. I like people with vision over 70, preferably over 80, and in my dream world, I love it over 90. Now, from a technical perspective, the only things I'm really interested in are his long shots, his shot power, his short passing, his heading accuracy. Bearing in mind he's 6'3", his heading accuracy is quite low for me personally. His finishing, crossing, as well as ball control and dribbling. Now you can see they're all decent statistics. The long shots is 77. Now I can bear with that. His shot power is actually 87, which is absolutely just tank. It really is quite tank. His finishing, surprisingly, is 84. Now, I know he's not the finished article. Christ, he's 22 years old. He has a long, long way to go before he becomes the finished article. Now, the problem I have is, do we have the time to continue with him? Bearing in mind his goals to game ratio and the way he actually plays. And as you can see, he has actually played 2 Barclays Premier League games, which is not too bad. Bearing in mind, we've only had 3 Barclays Premier League games. He's played 1 Champions Cup game, which is not bad considering we've had 2 Champions Cup games. So that's 3 from 5. Now, as you can see, he has the strength ability. Now, this is very, very important. You will look at his attacking work rate. It strikes me as medium and his defensive as low. Now, this is where the issues are caused. Now, I would prefer him, obviously, to have a high attacking work rate. That would be absolutely phenomenal, and a low defensive work rate would be phenomenal. So he has the low, which I'm happy with, That's something that he's worked on in training. It's the medium, and this is where the issues are caused. Now I'm going to show you some clips from the Norwich game only going to be from the first half because the first half was quite a difficult game. And basically I'm just going to discuss the actual clips with you, and then we'll go into the second half as normal. Now look at his positioning. Look at the way he's positioned himself. Not bad at all. Not the greatest first touch, but he goes outside. He cuts back inside. Nice touch. Now look at the run he makes. The run he makes is to stay on the edge of the box. That's not good enough. He needs to be attacking the space in front of him. He needs to be going in the box. He didn't come to the ball there, but he had a good first touch. The angle of the way he turns is quite large. Gets the shot away. Very unlucky. Now, look at this clip here. This is just a still photo. Look where he is. He's a striker. He should not be there. I've marked where he should be. He's forcing our right midfielder in field. He's forcing our right midfielder to come in and play his position. That is not what should be happening. It should not be happening at all. He's leaving a gaping gap up front. That causes issues, many, many issues. He should be basically where the X's are. The bigger X is where ideally I would like to see him. Now again, we're going to see him. Not bad control, takes it with the right foot, cuts him with the left foot. Unfortunately, the shot doesn't come away. It was nice to see him have an effort. Now look where he's positioned himself again. He's dropped off too deep for me. He should be attacking that space. He should be moving into space. Now here he starts off in a correct position, or what appears to be the correct position. As you can see, this is where he actually should be. Thus he would be closing down the defender and limiting the defender's options. But then he stops. He goes back and allows the defender to continue on his run. He should have been cutting that out. On this clip, a bad first touch leads to Norwich having their only attack of the first half and nearly scoring, which could have cost us 3 points. But who knows? Will we get a result out of this game after that first half? Let's join back with the commentary, and I hope you really have enjoyed this unique and different episode. So we pick up the play with Norwich. The ball's fed in to Benzir, and a great interception by Adrian. He feeds the ball back into Rodriguez. Rodriguez breaks into the box, and a very poor finish. And a great save, to be fair, by the Norwich goalkeeper. Again, we pick up the ball with Eduardo in the centre of the park, playing really well. He knocks it into Noble, who's deputising for Casemiro, who is still out injured, unfortunately. He feeds the ball into Rodriguez, and again, Rodriguez with a great shot, but it's just forced wide. He's playing really well in that left midfield position. We pick up the ball again with Lukaku. Lukaku hasn't had the best game in the world, knocks it into Adrian. Adrian goes for the early shot, and that is a great save by the Norwich goalkeeper. And we have Adrian here going for the corner, swinging it into the back post. Lukaku makes the run. He heads it against the post. That was really unfortunate. Norwich to fail to clear it to begin with, but then they managed to get the ball away. And at this point, looks like West Ham are going to be making some substitutions. Will Lukaku be coming off, or will he be staying on? It looks like Lukaku's staying on. They're bringing on Gudetti, they're bringing on Zaha, and they're taking off Ravel Morrison and Benzir. We pick the ball up with Gudetti, who feeds it into Lukaku. Lukaku strolls forward, pulls the trigger, and the ball is just wide. Again, that was really, really unlucky. The ball's thrown out to the right-hand side for Zaha. Zaha feeds the ball into Adrian. Adrian knocks the ball into Lukaku. Lukaku loses the ball, but regains possession. And again, loses the ball in a sloppy fashion. But he's closing the defender down. Forces the defender into an error. That was a good recovery play. He forced the defender into an error. A quick throw-in is given to Lukaku. Lukaku knocks it into Adrian. Adrian feeds the ball into Rodriguez. Rodriguez breaks into the area. He goes for the cross. No, he dummies it. Turns back inside. Shoots. 1-0 to West Ham in the 90th minute. An absolute life-saving goal. Absolutely a life-saving goal. It looked like West Ham would not score if they played all day in this game. Lukaku's missed a few chances. Rodriguez himself has been guilty of missing a few charges, and that was a fantastic composed finish in the end by Jess Rodriguez. The referee blows the full-time whistle. Norwich City 0, West Ham United 1. And a well-deserved 3 points to keep the run of victories going is fantastic. And as I say, guys, hope you really enjoyed this episode. And I will, of course, catch you later.